Did you know 20 million people live in New York? 20 million! The entire country of Australia only has 7 million more people. So you would think I would come to a very populated city knowing how crazy, busy and expensive it would be, but I just didn't think it would be this bad. The one thing Deja was really excited about was coming to this Jellycat Cafe. So of course we had to go there. We started lining up and the lady was like, do you have a reservation? And we're like, oh no, can we just sign up now? She's like, no, it's a 4-week wait. Sorry? You don't even get real food at this cafe. It's just them pretending to cook your plush toys. Deja was actually really upset though, because this is the one thing she wanted to do while we're in New York. So I was like, okay, let's try and make you feel better and get you some Dubai chocolate. If you know Deja, she loves this dessert. She used to get it all the time when we were in Australia and it would cost us 20 Australian dollars. And I was like, girl, that is such a waste of money. We bought that Dubai chocolate for 30 US dollars. That is 46 Australian dollars. What the hell? Now I'm starting to really question, how do people in New York City survive? Because it is not cheap. But did you know New York City has more billionaires than any other city in the world? If you were rich, where would you live in America? Because I don't know if I would choose New York City. There's just so many people everywhere. And the fact that I had to get an Uber today and I paid for traffic, I will say though, the opportunities are a bit crazy. I DM'd this celebrity and they wrote back. They're like, oh my gosh, we love your videos. Yes, let's organize it. Like, what? That's me absolutely losing it. Embarrassing. Anyways, this whole trip, the one thing I've wanted to do was get my face printed on M&Ms. Now, Deja knew how important this was to me and I did not expect her to ruin it. But basically, you go into the store, you print out what you want on your M&Ms. I was so excited to try them. I couldn't wait until we got home and I'm so glad we did, because as soon as we walked through the door, Deja accidentally spilled them again. We're in New York and I'm going to show you the places to go to, but also the places to avoid at all costs. First stop was tacos. Now, I was a bit iffy about this place because there's nowhere to sit down. You have to stand and eat your meal. Tell me why these are the best tasting tacos I have ever had in my life. You have to come here if you go to New York. Another thing they have in New York, everywhere you go, is a souvenir shop. I would definitely come here with a budget though, because they have so many different things that you can buy. Also, are you one of those people that will never find your name on one of these things? Deja and I never find our names, but one day if I do, I'm literally going to frame it. Also, see how Deja's drying her hair? You would think, how embarrassing. I would never do that. But this is the one thing I love about New York. Nobody cares. Everybody's too busy doing their own thing. One thing I don't like about New York though is how expensive it is. I thought LA was expensive, but New York is a whole new level. So to save money, I was like, let's get the subway to the shop Deja wants to go to next. Now, I just assumed everywhere in New York was just like Times Square. Girl, no, it's not. We got out of the station and everyone's yelling at us to play chess with them, and there's a cop every 10 steps that you take. So yeah, make sure you research where you go before you take the subway, because Deja wanted to find this Sunny Angel shop, which was not in the main city area. And even though New York is safe, there's definitely some areas where you should be taking a taxi and not roaming the street. Do you guys want to know how much money I've spent while shopping in New York?
Yeah, babe, tell us.
Okay, maybe we won't go there while Jonathan's in the room, but it made me think, I want you guys to go shopping too. So I've teamed up with White Fox to give you $1,000 to spend at their mid-year sale, and you could be wearing pieces like this. Hang on, let me put it on. Look how cute this dress is, and this, I feel like I'm in the 20s. Is that from the 20s? And look how it's shaped. And look at this one. Isn't she so pretty? I'm obsessed. I look like a princess. So yeah, if you want to go shopping, make sure you're following me, following White Fox, and tag a bestie in the comments. It ends on the 23rd of June. Be quick and good luck. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made. Shut the fuck up. I'm an influencer from a small city in Australia, and now I'm about to walk a red carpet in New York. What is happening, you guys? I don't know what to expect, and I don't even know if people are going to want to take photos of me because I'm from Australia. I don't even know if they'll know me. But I had to get my hair and makeup done just in case. Also, do you know the girl who did my makeup did Cardi B's makeup? So I basically met Cardi B today. I also met 2 other people I really admire. Anyways, the event was in Times Square. The creators get allocated times to walk the red carpet so that you're not walking with the celebrities, and there were already so many people there, and some people even knew who I was. What the hell? Half of my followers are from the US, but it's still so weird when you guys yell out my name. I'm not used to it. And then you guys, I saw Ash and Earl and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask her for a photo. I was so scared, but she was so lovely. When I go to an event like this in Australia, I know most people there. It's so bizarre coming to an event like this in America and not knowing anyone. Hopefully that changes and I can make some friends, because it's so awkward sometimes just standing there not knowing what to do. Anyways, after the carpet, we went to Radio City. We're heading there to watch the F1 movie. My husband is so excited. He's a huge F1 fan, but I'm more excited for the possibility to meet Brad Pitt because he's the main actor. This place is huge. So we got a popcorn and a drink on arrival, and they had KFC seasoning. What the hell? Did you guys know KFC seasoning is different in Australia? And honestly, you guys are missing out. Your chips or fries or whatever you call them are boring. They just have regular seasoning. Ours have this special seasoning. I can't describe it, but it's so good. And oh my God, Brad Pitt! Technically I didn't meet him, but he stayed and watched the movie. So I basically watched a movie with Brad Pitt. Okay, bye! Get ready with me for my first premiere in New York. And look at my hair and makeup. Isn't it so cute? I'm obsessed. This is not what I would normally wear, but I don't know what else to wear for elevated business. But I have this blazer dress, and look at the back. Really a blazer dress from Charcoal. It cost me like $100, but anyways. We're also going to wear some stockings. Can you do my heels on? Mimco choker. Are you sad that you're not coming with me, Dave?
Nope, I'm happy.
Why?
I just want to relax and watch TV.
Wow, you look really good. You are hyping me up, girl. Babe.
Yo.
How do I look?
Damn.
You like what you see?
Yes.
You look good too.
Yeah, I like your suit there.
We're such a cute couple. Oh my gosh, mum and dad. Are you ready to watch our day go from really exciting and happy to the worst travel day ever? So we were invited to the F1 premiere in New York by Warner Brothers, and I was so honored. I didn't want to let them down, so we got to the airport really early. It was 4:50 a.m. when we arrived. The machines weren't working, so we had to check in manually. Tell me why it took us 2 hours to check in, and we ended up missing our flight. Oh, and it gets worse. Our bags made the flight, but we didn't, so we had to find out what to do. They basically offered us new flights, but we had to pay $1,000. And I was like, but there's cheaper flights here. And she's like, yeah, but they're not on our system. So I was like, forget it. We'll book our own flight. So we book our own flights, and then that flight gets delayed, and we would have ended up missing our connecting flight to New York. So we cancelled it. Then we booked this flight, which we thought was taking us to New York. Yeah. Another problem is we're not sitting together. So we had to walk from Terminal 3 to Terminal 7, which doesn't sound bad, but LA Airport is huge. I'm not even joking. It took us about 30 minutes to get to this terminal. They even have motivational notes to help get you there. Anyways, we finally get to the gate. We're all feeling a little dusty. Poor Jonathan is having the worst Father's Day of his life right now. But my main priority is to make sure that I get to sit next to Deja, and I'm just hoping the person is nice enough to let me swap seats, and they were, thank God. So we get on the flight thinking everything's gonna be fine. We land and we're like, let's go find our bags. Tell me why we didn't realize that we're at a different airport. So we landed in New Jersey, and it took us an hour and a half to get to the JFK airport, and we were just praying to God that the baggage claim didn't close. By the time we got to JFK, it was about 11 o'clock at night, and guess what? They had closed. But the weird thing was, we could see all the bags behind the door, and our bags weren't there. So we were like, you know what? Let's just go for a little walk to see if our bags are somewhere else. And I'm so glad we did, because we found them, and looks like we weren't the only ones that missed our flight. Anyways, hopefully the rest of the trip goes really good. Bye! When we decided to move to America, I agreed to let Deja do whatever she wanted to do to her room. And honestly, I'm actually excited to see the final product. So the first thing to arrive for her was her bed. Jonathan's really happy because he's been sleeping on the couch, the poor guy, while Deja's been sleeping with me. So while they were setting up the bed, I actually got my makeup done because we're going for our first interview in America. Now, don't freak out. Her mattress isn't going to be sitting on the floor. We're waiting for a bed frame, but this is where her bedside table is going to go. That's where her vanity is going to go. And this is where her gaming setup is going to be. Oh my God, it's Gerald. So we have this squirrel, and that's what we named him. Isn't he so cute? Can I ask you guys a question without getting cancelled? But are squirrels like rats? I mean, like, are they pests? Because we have this fruit tree in our backyard, and he keeps stealing my fruit. Anyways, we were invited to get interviewed on Pucker Up. It's basically this show where you eat sour lollies and they ask you questions. The first few lollies were fine. Girl, the last lolly, I nearly spat it out across the room. It was so sour. Anyways, after the interview, Jonathan was like, I really need to get my hair cut before we go to New York. And secretly, I was like, this is the perfect thing to happen right now, because we need to get Jonathan's present for Father's Day. And not only that, I need to figure out what to wear. So the theme for this F1 premiere is elevated business. What does that even mean? I'm thinking something black. Deja's actually shopping for something entirely different. She got invited to her first LA party. I actually can't believe she's getting to that age now. Anyways, we got everything that we needed, and we're going to New York tomorrow. Okay, bye! In our new backyard, we have a plum tree, and Gerald keeps eating them. You ate my plum, you little turd. Gerald's a squirrel that lives here, and look what he's done. See? But I'm going to try and get these red ones and taste test. Can you not eat my plums, please? You're bloody... You're so cute! How can I be angry at you? That one looks pretty ready. Oh my God! I think it needs to ripen more. It's very hard. We also have this lime tree. Oh my God. Oh, that is so cool. We also have an orange tree, but the orange is really tiny at the moment. Can you see that? But I'm basically entering my Nara Smith era, and I'm so excited to pick fruit. We have a new home in America, but Deja says it doesn't feel like a home, and honestly, I kind of agree, so let's go fix that today. Now, I knew moving and buying everything from scratch would be expensive, but $44 for a bath mat? That's just crazy to me. Sorry, my husband just started shaving, if you can hear him in the background. Anyways, then we were looking for a doona, and turns out they actually call them a comforter. There's so many little things I need to get used to that Americans do differently. Like while we were shopping, we met some of you guys and you asked us how long it took us to move over here, and I was like, yeah, it took us ages. Apparently you guys don't say that. You say like it took us forever or it took us so long. Oh my god, is anyone else's worst fear when their mum says, hang on, I'm just gonna go grab one more thing? Deja hates it every time I do that. Oh my gosh, the F1 movie. We're actually going to New York to the premiere and I'm so excited. And I was thinking of saving the grocery shop for when we get back from New York, but I have a fridge now. I'm only getting a little bit of fruit and then I'll freeze the meat. Also, do you know they don't keep their salami in the fridge? What the hell? Won't it go moldy? Anyways, got a whole heap of pantry stuff. I feel like when you have food in your pantry, it feels like a home. I actually can't get over how they store their tuna. It's so weird. And how much iced tea do you want, girl? And why are your Pringles shaped like this? And your corn thins, they're supposed to be round. Oh my gosh, you guys have Tim Tams too. That makes me miss home. This also makes me miss home. These are called capsicums, not bell peppers. And what is a coyote squash? And the fact that you guys have a pharmacy inside your grocery store, that is so iconic. I love it. One thing I don't love though and cannot get over is why is your cheese orange and there's so much of it? And another thing I won't get over is how much this grocery shop cost me. What the actual hell? I've never spent that much money on groceries. Anyways, we got home and set everything up and this is how you use a squatty potty if anyone cares. I know that's such an awkward video, but I wanted to show you guys. We also started setting up everything else that we got and it is starting to feel like a home, but it's not quite there yet. I feel like the more we add to this home, the better, but right now it's just really good not to have to live out of our suitcase. Okay, bye! I'm so excited. We just went grocery shopping and we're about to pack my big fridge for the first time. I have never had a double door fridge. Let's do the freezer first. Now let's do the fridge. We are all stacked and ready for about a week's worth of food. You guys, I'm so excited. We're finally moving into our new house today and we're saying goodbye to this Airbnb. We've been living in this Airbnb for 2 weeks, which honestly isn't too bad because when we first announced that we were moving to America and we hadn't organized a rental yet, there were so many people commenting saying, oh my gosh, you're so silly. It's going to take you months and months to find one. But I didn't want to jump into any contracts without actually seeing the house first. And I'm so glad I waited because the house that we got is so perfect. Well, there is just one thing that messed up. So we went shopping to go get Deja a bed. And of course, this girl fell in love with the most expensive bed ever. It literally automatically lifts you up as you start snoring. But random fact about Deja, she literally sleeps like a cartoon princess. She won't move and she sleeps so peacefully. It's so cute. So I was like, girl, you don't need the snoring bed. Just get the normal bed. And we did. But guess what? They can't deliver the bed until tomorrow. So I guess she's sleeping with me, but that's all good. We've got our furniture in our room. It's just Deja's room that's empty. And guys, my backyard has a garden. I have lime trees. I have orange trees. I have plum trees. And I have a spa. After we drop all our bags off at the home, I'm starting to feel good. I'm like, yay, I can finally start to settle in. Wrong. So we grabbed some dinner. Also, $5 for cherries. Are you kidding me? That is so cheap. Sometimes cherries are $19 a kilo in Australia, and they're my favorite fruit. So I'm like in heaven right now. We wanted a healthy, easy dinner, which I feel like Sprouts is perfect for. They have all these pre-packaged healthy meals. Anyways, we're shopping away, and then we get told by my manager that we have just been invited to our first red carpet event in New York. It's for the F1 premiere, so no time to settle. We're leaving in 2 days. Okay, bye. I just got my first ever delivery in America. It's from White Box, obviously, because you guys know I love their clothes. It's a whole heap of their loungewear because I didn't realize it was actually still quite cold in America. It's not freezing, but it doesn't feel like summer. When we left Australia, I donated all of my loungewear because I thought it was going to be really hot here. My understanding is that when it gets cold in Australia, it starts to get hot in America, but it really doesn't feel that hot. Anyways, I ended up getting 3 matching loungewear sets. This is the first one. And look at the puffy text, the red stars on the pink. Isn't that so cute? I also got this yellow set. I don't normally wear a lot of yellow, but I think I'm gonna have to start wearing it. And look at that text too, it's so pretty. This one I think is my favorite. I love this color, but if you look closely as well, look at that cheetah print. I love it. I also got the matching t-shirts just in case it does start to get a little warmer, but I have no idea. When is the warmest month in America supposed to be? We moved over to the USA with no kitchen things, like we literally just brought clothes. And today I want to see how much it's going to cost us to set up a whole new kitchen. So we went to Target. I still find it so bizarre that Target has a full-on grocery store inside their shop. Targets in Australia literally have like clothing, homewares, and we have kitchen stuff like this too. But we definitely don't have these types of coffee machines. Who thinks this is a good coffee? Seriously. We ended up finding the good coffee machines, but they only had 4 options. So we're going to go try a different store. Then we realized that Father's Day is on a different day here. What the hell? What are you guys getting your dad for Father's Day? Because I literally have no idea, and I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to order him something, and I can't go out and get something because I'm way too scared to drive here still. Maybe I can just buy him a really fancy coffee machine like this one. This is about $600, which sounds expensive, but when you're spending 15 USD a day on coffees, you're basically saving money. Oh, we've also got to get an air fryer because back at home we would use that almost every single night, and it's not too bad. They're about $300, and look at all the options they have. I've never seen one where they're stacked on top of each other. That is so cool, and they have so many different options for security cameras, which we're definitely installing as well. I'm thinking it's going to cost me about $2,500 to set up my kitchen. I have only been to 2 stores though. Do you know one thing America doesn't have, and you guys are so missing out? Kmart. Like, I could literally set up my kitchen for like $500 if I wanted to. I miss it so much. Okay, bye.
Ugh, I have no friends. What am I? A roach?
Australians and Americans may speak the same language, but today proved we live completely different lives. Firstly, why is there no good coffees in LA? They also take security very seriously, and nobody uses the towel at the gym or returns their weight. In Australia, you literally cannot enter a gym if you don't have a gym towel on you. Also, Aussies do not like cyclists, and I need to know, are Americans the same? And see that white car? That's a self-driving car, as in there is no driver in that car. We don't have those in Australia. And these are just the small things I've noticed since moving here. Wait till you see what else I learned. So we're meeting our American manager for the first time. We're going to a place called Sassoni's, I think it is. It's like an Italian place. There she is. That's Alexa. She's so sweet. I'm so excited to work with her. Anyways, today we're just trying to get our lives back on track. So we went and opened up an American bank account. We went with Wells Fargo because Deja has to open a Coogan account. Even though she gets 100% of her money, I think it's so great that California has these laws to protect children. That's something Australia doesn't have. Also, what are these? Tomatillo. I've literally never seen that fruit or vegetable or whatever it is ever before. Is this a Zupa Duper Dupe? Of course I had to get it to try and see which one was better. We went to Trader Joe's when we first arrived in America, and everyone was like, no, go to Ralph's. And I have to say, I am actually obsessed with Ralph's. They have everything and it's priced so well. Like, what the hell? They have spaghetti in bags. And they have snacks for days. Snacks that you've never heard of before. Ramen flavored popcorn? Sorry. And girl, they love their ranch. They've got liters of it, and they even have tuna flavored bacon ranch. That sounds gross. I'm not gonna lie, they have a lot of questionable things here, but they also have a lot of things that just make sense. I feel like Ralph's is giving Aldi because the dude was scanning so fast and we had to pack our own bags. And it only came up to $300. That's cheaper than my groceries for a week in Australia. Okay, bye. We've just moved to America and we're going to try a traditional American snack. Peanut butter and jelly. I'm just gonna have it on normal bread. We're gonna do a thick layer of peanut butter. Oh look, the thing, it's flat.
Oh my god.
Whoa, that's so fun.
It looks like jelly.
It is jelly.
It's not jam.
No, it's jelly.
Ew! Like this.
It's gonna be delicious.
Jam.
No.
This is gonna be disgusting.
It's gonna be delicious. 3, set, go. I like it.
That can be good.
What would you rate it?
3 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Wow. A 6 out of 10. I prefer strawberry jam. Back in LA and about to meet our new American manager. It has been non-stop, so we obviously got here, started looking for rentals straight away, and then we're off to the Bahamas. I've seen a lot of beautiful beaches, but that has got to be #1. I just can't get over how clear the water was. And while we were living our best lives over in the Bahamas, Jonathan was looking for a rental. Before we moved over here, a lot of people were saying it was going to be impossible for us to find a rental and that we were so stupid for leaving it to the last minute and not organizing it before we actually arrived. So naturally we've been freaking out because we we don't want to be staying at an Airbnb this whole time. Guess what, you guys? We found a rental. Well, Jonathan's found the rental. I haven't actually seen the place yet, which is a bit concerning. I've obviously seen the photos online, but I haven't seen it in person, and I'm not going to see it until we move in. Can't move in for another 2 weeks, so I guess we'll find out then if it's nice or not. Deja is really excited about being able to decorate her room and get all her new furniture. We ended up getting a 3-bedroom house, and the 3rd bedroom is going to be a Kalade, sunny day, and basically Bestie's room. It's going to be really fun to set up as well. Yeah, now that we have the house sorted, I actually feel so much better. I'm just going to sort out the car. I've got to get my license over here. That freaks me out. Imagine I fail. That's a real possibility, you guys. Still lots to do, but I finally feel like we're getting somewhere. Being in the Bahamas has felt like an actual dream until it turned into a nightmare today. So I'm here with a whole bunch of young influencers and their mums. They're here promoting a brand called Pink Palm Puff. They had the cutest setup at the house. They actually had to ship this all over here because no one on the island could do it. Also, do you guys know that most of the fish in the Bahamas are clear because that's how they camouflage themselves? The water is giving Gatorade. I have never seen anything so clear. So the girls are actually staying next door, even though they spend most of their time at the mum's house. And it's been so good seeing Deja make some friends so quickly since moving here. Look, she's even got someone to play volleyball with now instead of herself. It was a little tricky for Deja to make new friends in Australia. Like, she had all of her old school friends, which were amazing, but anytime she tried to make new friends, they would all just use her. And honestly, her options were limited because no one could catch up with her because they all did regular school, whereas some of these girls actually do online school too. Anyways, we're really excited about tomorrow because we're going on a boat to see the other islands. So we all have dinner, we all get ready for bed. Next thing you know, there is a huge storm that comes through. Tomorrow's the only day we can see these islands because then we go home. Hopefully the storm clears. Okay, bye! Come with us to see the swimming pigs. Okay, so all of us have to fit on this boat. Oh my god, I see them! That one's massive. Yeah, they're big. Okay, now I'm scared. Wait, there's a baby. I want the baby. He's swimming straight for us. Oh my gosh. Wait, you're so big. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh, sorry, you missed. Yay! Look how many there are. What do they feel like? They're really like rough. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's stingrays. Oh, cute!
I like the noises they make.
Tails are actually curly. What the hell? And it's wagging. Say hello.
Here, I'll take your phone.
You're so cute. You're so cute. Making little noises.
It sounds like dreams.
It's like honking. Get ready with me for lunch in the Bahamas. I'm literally in a house full of influencers and their mums that I've never met before. And we're sharing rooms. Like, I'm literally sharing a room with one of the other mums. I'll show you a photo of all the influencers that are here. But basically they're all underage, so they needed to bring their mums. And I'm just hanging out with all the mums, which honestly is such a vibe because for once I'm on an influencer trip, but I don't have to do any work. Right now the girls are getting ready for a photo shoot and I'm just getting ready to eat. Say hello to my get ready with me. That was my roomie, that's Teresa. Yes, ma'am. Someone just walked in, asked her a question, and one of the influencer girls, I don't know which one it was like, yes, ma'am. That does not happen in Australia. All the young girls have such good manners. Got in pretty late yesterday and literally the moment I walked in, everyone has been so nice. And it's actually refreshing talking to mums who get how challenging it can be raising a teenager as an influencer. I just never had any friends like that in Australia. But yeah, it's so good to be here. Literally the rest of the day, I'm just gonna laze by the pool and work on my tan. It's only been 3 days in America and we're already leaving. I've been so stressed because I feel like I've been focusing on the big things like trying to find a house, but I totally forgot about all the little things I have to do. Like, I have to find a new nail lady. I ended up finding this place and the nails were okay, but I don't know, they kind of look like press-ons to me. Then I was like, oh my gosh, we got to get second phones for our Australian SIMs just in case we need any codes sent through to us or whatever. So we bought the cheapest iPhones, opened them up and realized they don't have SIMs in America. They only do eSIMs. So basically we have 2 phones that we're literally never going to use, and then to top it all off, we went to go see another property and it just wasn't the right fit for us. Now I thought, okay, we're going to the Bahamas, be grateful, this is a great time for you to unwind and relax, but I was so freaking wrong. So Jonathan's staying in America to look for rentals for us, and when we got to the airport, we had an error when we were checking in. Anyways, by the time we get in, all the shops are closed, so we had to order tiny teddies for dinner. So not only is Deja starving, but she's also starting to feel a little sick, and I was like, oh, you'll be fine, just have a little sleep and you'll wake up feeling fresh. And then as soon as we land, she was so sick. We were in the bathroom for so long. I felt so bad. But the second she did a little vom, she felt amazing. So so I think she just ate something that just didn't agree with her. Thank God she started to feel better because she started to run into some of her friends. We're actually going to a tiny island called Exuma. The airport is so small, you literally have to get your bags off the trailer yourself. So we're here with a company called Pink Palm Puff, and I literally know no one, so I was feeling really nervous. But as soon as we walked in, everyone was so nice, and I can't wait to show you what we get up to. Okay, bye! Is it rude to ask someone if they're tired? I mean, she's not wrong. I've got bags under my eyes. I've even got a little bit of bruising from the salmon babies. But still, don't ask me that. This travel is just not agreeing with me, so we're gonna try and cover these imperfections. So I'm trying to find a good coffee in America. I swear it doesn't exist. Also, I'm using the color correcting concealer by Maybelline. The green gets rid of the redness, which I have around here. Anyways, I go to this new coffee shop that I've never been to before, and I'm telling her about all the travel I've been doing, and she's like, are you tired? You look tired. Like when you say someone looks tired, that's like immediately an insult. I don't know, maybe I'm just being sensitive. Also, trust the process. I know I look crazy, but the orange is to cover the dark spots. Blend that out. Now I'm just covering it with this one, which helps brighten your skin. I love how you can conceal, color correct, and contour with this. It's literally all the makeup I need. Okay, now I understand why this is the #1 concealer in Australia, because I am tired, but I bet you no one is gonna ask me that today. Come with us to Target for the first time since moving to America. This is Deja's happy place. Hey, Dej.
Yes.
I need deodorant, so I hope they have the one that I like. Oh my God, you guys, they have my deodorant. You can pick your container, and these are your refills. I'm gonna get this container. Need cactus flower.
Cherry blossom.
Yes, cherry blossom. You know what? We're just gonna get all different scents because why not?
Yeah, because you stink.
Okay, I'll show you guys how we refill them. It's so easy. I'm gonna show them how this works quickly. So you get your refill and you put it on like this. You get the top of your deodorant and it's done. Isn't that cute? We always knew it would be tough to get a rental in America, but it just got tougher. So we've only got our Airbnb booked for 2 weeks, meaning we have to find a rental in that time. And with our budget, and because we're bringing Dream over, our options are limited. So when I was in Australia, I found this house. It fit our budget. Everything was perfect. It looked gorgeous. But when we drove here today, it was so scary. The roads had so many potholes. They were really thin. People were zooming down. It was terrifying. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get some stuff that we need, go home, look at some rentals. But then I started to freak out even more because of the cost of living in America. I thought Australia was bad. These strawberries were 20 USD. That's almost 31 Australian dollars. What the hell? We also have to buy a new car, new furniture, like literally everything. That's why as soon as we landed, I was like, we need to go grocery shopping because I need to cook at home instead of ordering Uber Eats. Now, the smart thing would be to go home, look at some rentals, but instead we went shopping. And I know what you're thinking. I was just complaining about the cost of living. Why the hell am I going shopping? But we got some news that we just couldn't say no to. You know how we moved to America for more opportunities? Well, Deja was invited to her first brand trip to the Bahamas. And I didn't want her to miss out. That's the whole reason why we moved over here. Yeah, the timing isn't perfect. And I probably should be helping my husband find a rental, but hopefully he can do it himself. Okay, bye. I'm grocery shopping with us for the first time since moving to America.
You gonna push it?
They call rock melons cantaloupe. The asparagus comes in plastic. They have all these different pre-made salads. Chicken arugula salad, which, do you know arugula is rocket? What? Guava fruit spread. I just noticed they don't have any fresh broccoli, but all their greens are here. Okay, we're gonna try this. Some garlic.
I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're taxi?
Oh my God, look at this. They have frozen garlic in little cubes.
Stuck your lips out.
She's so annoying.
Excuse me?
Jonathan's just found some dairy-free whipped cream. They have hard-boiled eggs in packets. Okay, this is weird. It's like styrofoam.
It is styrofoam. That's because it's what it is.
How eggs come in cardboard? Only Aussies will understand how good this is. Look at all that cottage cheese. Deja, stop. You're coming home with me. Jalapeno limeade. Okay, I need to find corn thins and tuna. The tuna comes in little sachets. What the hell?
We should try a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Okay, let's do it. Some peanut butter.
In America, they call this a cart, not a trolley. Not a trolley.
Do I have what?
Everything to make the spaghetti.
Yes.
We need cheese.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
go to the dairy section.
Sorry.
Why is Italian cheese? Because it's American cheese.
Oh.
Open Jack.
Deja, how much do you think this is?
I'm thinking $347 and 69 cents.
Yeah, that's not bad. It came up to $200. Have to pay
Some
for it.
lady looked at me like this.
As if this day could get any harder. I am gonna miss this so much. Look at that reflection. Oh my god. It's my last day in Australia. I'm like an emotional mess. Jonathan just went out to get me a coffee because we don't have our coffee machine in our house. Someone's written me a message. It's just sent me over the edge because I'm gonna miss you guys. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm moving overseas. This is just freaking crazy. We're leaving Australia in less than 24 hours and you would think we would have everything under control, but we don't. So we had the removalists come and get all of our furniture downstairs. We actually brought some of the stuff to the Kalade warehouse too. And look what they had set up for us, you guys. Because it's our last day in the office, they had all these balloons set up with all these cute little notes, and Mel came and visited and said her final goodbyes too. I'm dealing with so many different emotions. Like 1 minute I'm sad, then the next minute I'm singing happy birthday. It's really hard to process anything when we still have so much to do. Like today, we ended up installing our old TV into this room and we're going to attach a webcam to it so that we can chat to our team while we're away. Now, if I'm being completely honest, at this point, all I wanted to do was go home and finish packing. But not only is it my birthday, it's my daughter's birthday too. Do you know what I just realized as well, guys? If I'm in America and Tisha's in Australia while we're celebrating our birthday, we'll be celebrating on different days. I'm having all these small realizations while I'm in Australia about how different life is going to be. But I don't actually think those small things are going to matter once I'm over there. What's really going to make me sad is not being with my favorite people every single day. Okay, bye. Open my present with me. Thank you, babe. I love you. Well, I really didn't think you guys were going to get me anything. I'm excited. I have no idea what this could be. Did you get me a bag? Stop. Did you actually? You did? Oh my god. Wow, I love it. Should I wear it today? So cute. Thanks, guys. It honestly doesn't even feel like my birthday. I woke up this morning and Jonathan was like, happy birthday. And I was like, what the hell? It is chaos in this house. About 70% done with packing. We've got all of our clothes packed away. Most of our furniture downstairs is gone. I can't even find my Kalade headband. I'm using a sleeping mask, which is kind of ironic because we're literally giving away free headbands at Kalade today for my birthday. I haven't even opened my presents yet. They're just sitting downstairs on the floor. This is actually the first time I'm putting makeup on since I had the salmon babies put into my face. Tiny bruise there and it feels a bit bumpy, but you can't really see any more bumps, which is good. One thing that's really starting to get on my nerves is I am obviously going through so many different emotions. I'm feeling so many different things. And then I turn around and I say to Jonathan, how are you feeling? And he's like, I'm fine. I don't know if it's just a male thing, but it's so frustrating. Like, what is actually happening? How do you feel? Do men even know how to process how they feel? It's truly annoying. I was in denial for so long, but now that all of our furniture is gone, we had a little going away thing at Kalade. It was actually so sweet. We walked into the office not expecting anything and they had balloons set up. They had little notes on the balloons. Today we're going out for lunch with the family, Tisha's boyfriend, Seb and Sasha. Anyways, I'm about to open my presents from Deja and Jonathan, so let's go do that in the next video. I make a lot of bad decisions in my life, but this has got to be one that's right up there. So as you guys know, I'm trying to get all my healthcare done before I go to the US, and skincare is also very expensive in the US. So I was like, I need to get that done before I go as well. Do you guys remember when Kim Kardashian put salmon babies into her face? Well, apparently it makes you look younger. And if you've seen Kris Jenner lately, they're onto something. And it's my birthday tomorrow, and I want to look younger too. So we did that. Girl, why did no one tell me I was going to look like I literally have bubble tea stuck in my skin? Apparently it lasts 1 to 3 days, so I'm going to be looking like an actual creep. If you see me, do not say anything, please. As soon as Mel saw me, she was like, oh my gosh, what have you done to yourself? And Deja was grossed out. But honestly, celebrating my birthday looking like this is the least of my worries, because the very next day we start our new lives and we still haven't packed everything. We only have 3 suitcases each, which honestly isn't a lot, especially when you're going to move to a different country. So we're throwing out so much. All the sentimental stuff is going to Tisha's place. The furniture removalists are coming tomorrow and I don't know how to process this. It feels so weird. Okay, bye. You know, when I first started Collade, everyone kept saying to me, what do you know about creating good skincare? And I'm not going to lie, in the early days, I was like, who the hell do I think I am? But then I met Eve. So she's majored in chemistry and has been working with cosmetic skincare for over 6 years and helped us create our Collade product. She's actually based in Sydney. That's part of the reason why we're always here. But before flying home today, we had a meeting with her to make some final touches to our new product that's going to be coming out soon. This is how most good businesses start though. Like when you're on a plane, the pilot is flying and the flight attendants are serving you. No one's doing everything. Or today when we went to the optometrist, the doctor checked our eyes and someone else helped us pick the right glasses. Girl, my eyesight is so bad. It's like negative 3.75. I wear contacts all the time, but I want to start wearing glasses more. So I went with these ones. What do you guys think? We're trying to get all our healthcare done before we go to the USA for obvious reasons. And we're also trying to squeeze as much time with Tisha before we go. And I'm not going to lie, all this time with Tisha is making it feel really real and I'm starting to feel nervy. But that's the same feeling I had when I started Collade. Big life decisions are scary because it can literally change everything, but I just need to remember I don't need to know exactly what's going to happen. I just need to be brave enough to begin, and that's exactly how I'm stepping into this next era of our lives. Okay, bye! What's the hardest goodbye you've ever had to say? Like obviously losing someone, breaking up, you're going to feel sad and heartbroken. And I thought moving away from everyone I love would be heartbreaking too. But tell me why I don't feel anything yet. So we're heading to Sydney today to say goodbye to our Australian managers. And don't get me wrong, I love my Australian managers. Like we literally walked into them having a bake-off raising money for cancer. And that helped me so much. Like when I first started influencing, I was managing myself and charging people like $100 for a job. And companies were so excited to work with me. And I was like, hang on a second, maybe I should get a manager because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be charging. So I went and found a company and they were dodgy as hell. Pretty sure they were stealing money from me. And then I finally found Amplify. And David, the guy in the blue shirt, has been managing us for 3 years and now we're going to have an American one? What? And I thought I would get sad at lunch. You know, it's our last lunch, but I didn't. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll get sad at dinner because they're hosting an event tonight with all the other creators who are signed with them. I had to get my wheel fixed on my carry-on. I love that July have a lifetime warranty. And I was like, hang on a second, let's just get the rest of our suitcases while we're here. I got this color because it matches my carry-on and look at all the suitcases we got. So we're only bringing over 3 suitcases each. When I say we're starting fresh, I am not lying. Like we're literally just packing our shoes, handbags and clothes. So no towels, no linen, no furniture, nothing. Anyways, we finally get home. We have 15 minutes to get ready. It's been so busy this last few weeks, so I'm just running off adrenaline. And by the time we get there, the same thing happens. I'm not even sad. I'm actually excited to see everyone. We have this fancy dinner. Deja's just looking at the menu going, I literally hate everything on this. So David had to try and organize something else that she would like. Anyways, I get home and it hits me. I think throughout the day I'm just so busy and have no time to feel anything. And then when I stop, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have new friends, new managers. And the worst part, one of my daughters won't be with me anymore. I'm not going to get paint on your hair, just relax. So this will be a cute family bonding moment because we're moving overseas and we're not going to be with Tisha. And we're going to do hugging t-shirts. Come on, get in the spirit.
Wow, yes!
Deja, get in the spirit, girl.
Woo!
Okay, so Tisha's doing pink, I'm doing blue, and Deja's doing purple. Turn around. We're gonna got these shirts from Kmart for $8, bargain. 1 part acrylic paint, 1 part fabric paint. Wow. And you just mix with your hands because we have...
I ain't mixing with my
Well, you're
hands.
going to put it on your hands anyway, so it doesn't matter. Seriously.
How am I going to go on my phone?
Oh my God.
We ain't ever going to wear this.
Deja, I'm wearing this every night, you little... Just play along and put it... Come on, it's supposed to be a sweet moment. I'm going to put sweet music over it so it looks like
you're not.
I am. Just bloody hug each other. Come
Don't
on.
get it on my
All
hair.
right,
Don't
how are we
get it on-
hugging?
Wait,
I'm
let
not
me
going to
go
get
on
on your
that.
hair, I promise.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, ew! And let go.
You
Oh,
You
turn
got
around.
pants?
Should I?
Yeah. No.
We're leaving the country next week, so stress levels are high and it's causing some serious tension between me and Jonathan. So first of all, I tell this man to hire a car before we leave and he chooses this beast. I'm Asian. I can't even park a little car. How am I supposed to park this thing? Oh, and this is my doctor, you guys. Say hi to George. He reads all your comments and he told me to post this because he wants more patients. He's actually the best GP though. This is one major thing I'm going to miss about Australia. Free healthcare. Oh, and Kmart. Can you believe they don't have Kmart in the US? Then Deja asked me a very important question. Why are these the only coffee grinders with security tags on them? It's because they're not actually coffee grinders. If you know, you know. Anyways, we've got some shirts for tomorrow because I want to make these hugging shirts with Tisha and Deja. And do you see how I'm chewing? It's loud and my husband hates it. Does anyone else hate loud chewing? It doesn't bother me at all. So I just went about my day. I got all the stuff for my shell activity that I'm doing tomorrow, but I could tell that he was still annoyed, especially when I started dancing in the aisle. So I was like, babe, what is going on? And he's like, I'm overwhelmed. And I feel like all you do is make t-shirts and dance in the middle of Bunnings. I felt so bad because obviously we handle stress differently. I avoid reality and just distract myself, whereas Jonathan just tries to get everything done. So instead of being annoying for the rest of the day, I decided to help him. Well, up until the end when I did the current boyfriend trend on him and he was so annoyed to go, bye! I'm here at the warehouse with my current husband. We are just...
Current husband?
Yeah. What?
How many husbands have you had? Do you have?
I have one. You're my current husband. And we're
Have
just...
you been married before?
No.
What do you mean current husband?
What do you mean? You're my current husband.
You're an idiot.
Come spend the day with us at a Greek festival. I need to get new shoes because apparently it's muddy. Grab these, thank you. Okay, I get to choose 4 of these. It's you, babe. New shoes. So many people here. The grass is not grassing. Okay, I'm gonna try a Lucamade.
We only get one from the Euro shop. And it'll be fresh.
That is good. A coupe.
Yeah, it's like meat. It's just meat, I think.
It looks delicious.
They're really good, but I don't know what's in them. It's sheep's testicles.
Seb, what's this called?
Spanakopita.
Spanakopita.
No, Mum.
Huh? You're gonna try these big fat ones?
Yeah.
Oh, they're dancing. Seb's getting a photo with the president.
Awestruck. I'm nervous. Hey, good, thanks. How are you? Nice to see you.
Oh, it's a blog. I thought it was just a photo. Hello. I'm just a random Italian guy with an olive tree.
He swore on my blog. Okay, we're on the hunt for some baklava.
Look at his shirt. It looks like
Seb's shouting us. We found some baklava. Hello. The frappe on almond milk.
Traditionally without milk frappe though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
I
that.
don't lie to you.
And baklava, please.
Taste test.
Taste test. It looks good.
It looks great.
Wow. Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. T-shirt. Delia.
Is that how you say yum? Yum. Delia. Get ready with me for a Greek festival. Yesterday was so much fun and the decorations actually turned out a lot better than I expected. So I told you guys yesterday that I organized a company to do the decorations. The only thing I told them was I don't care what you do, just make sure that it's USA themed. I can't believe how many people are upset by the decorations. There was a sign near the food that said I love America that really annoyed people. Me hosting a going away party apparently made me out of touch. I mean, you can go read some of the comments for yourself, but of course I'm going to host a going away party with my family. And the reason I made it USA themed is because we're moving to the USA. I just need to go hang out with some people who know how to have fun, and apparently Greeks know how to throw a party. And there's a lot of food, and you guys know I love food. I had a quick look at the schedule and apparently they have a main stage where they smash plates and I really want to see that. Look how pretty my little girl is. She's not coming to the festival with us today. She's too cool, hey. My abs hurt because I'm a beast. Anyways, if you're Greek, you need to tell me what food to try because all I really know is gyros. Okay, bye. Okay guys, it's our going away party and I'm going to show you around. So the theme is USA. We've got a USA themed photo wall, which I think is so cute. Come look at the food. So it says, I love America. You've got cute little American flags. We've got hot dogs, mustard and tomato sauce. Wait, ketchup, I mean. Let me show you the cake. And it's got a little American flag on it. Look at that. Is it vanilla or chocolate? Well, obviously it's chocolate. Oh, okay. Get ready with me to say goodbye to my family. That sounds so weird. As you guys know, we're moving to another country. We decided to host a going away thing because obviously I don't know when I'm going to see my family next. And it's starting to make me feel a little sad. Obviously sad about leaving Tish, but I know we're going to be on the phone like almost every single day. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my friends. I am really sad about leaving my grandma. I call my grandma Nanai, that means mum in Tagalog. She is 93 this year. And she is a boss. She's had ovarian cancer, breast cancer, and she's beaten a lot. But there's still part of me that's like, what if something happens while I'm away? And I know I shouldn't think like that, but it's still a thought that I have. Obviously, if something bad did happen, I would be on the first flight back home, but it's still sad knowing I'm not going to be as close to them. I ended up getting a caterer and a decorator, and I was like, do whatever you want, just make sure it's USA themed. Excited to see what they've created. Having it at Tisha's house because my house is a little too small to host our whole family. Tisha has like this downstairs entertaining area that we're going to do it in. Guys, let me know if you guys want a little tour of how they've decorated it. Okay, bye. Get ready with me to go to Cairns. The last few days has actually been a little bit emotional. I decided to start downsizing our things. When we move over to the US, we're only going with 3 suitcases each. We have to get rid of a lot. I don't think you realize how much you accumulate over the years. I ended up finding this box that my grandparents left me. There were letters in there from 1945. I found things that the kids had achieved, like certificates and stuff when they were in high school. Photos, Deja's umbilical cord clamp, random things. What I'm most excited about when we move to America is having forks. I don't know why, but in our house we always lose forks. And for the
only own 3 at the moment.
yeah, so for the last 3 months we've been living off 3 forks. Mainly because I'm like, well, I don't want to buy a new cutlery set because we're going to be moving to America and it's just going to be a waste, and I'm not bringing cutlery from Australia to America. We got a quote on 3 boxes to get shipped over there. It was $1,000 and it was going to take 3 months. So no thanks. Oh crap, okay. This is our last Australian family holiday and I can't wait to take you guys with us. How do you know what to take into the next chapter of your life? So you guys know we're moving to America and we can't take our whole house, so we need to declutter. We're only going over with 3 suitcases each. It is a fresh start, and some things are easy to let go of, but then there are other random things that I don't know what to do with. Like this magazine. This was the first story that was ever written about us, and it was in a magazine that I used to read as a kid. We're also on the newspaper magazine. Like, what the hell? I found some Disney pins. Don't know if they're worth anything. Old photos. Deja's old umbilical cord clamp. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? We found clothes that couldn't fit us anymore. And you know how I can't keep any plants alive and I had all these fake plants? My fake plants died. How does that even happen? You really don't know how much you accumulate until you have to go through everything. My parents ended up coming over. Tisha came over and got all the things that they wanted to take from us. We probably only got a quarter of the way through and I had it. I was like, you know what? I just want to throw everything out. Like, why are we keeping all this stuff? And then I found this box. My grandparents left me this box and it was just filled with random achievements. Like, this is my granddad's certificate for finishing his apprenticeship. This is my grandma's recipe book. She used to write all her recipes into this little notepad. That's when I realized the silly little things that I found aren't silly. They're memories, and they're not just for me, they're for my kids too. Come on, family, we're gonna make a hand cast for Mother's Day. I've been wanting to do this for ages, and now you guys have no excuse. Okay,
How are we gonna do this?
Yeah, first let's figure out how we're gonna hold hands and which hands we're gonna do.
I need to use this hand.
We'll just wing it, see what happens, yeah?
Because once you're there, you can't move for like at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Do not fight while we're doing this, please. Nobody better fart while we're doing this. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Mix quickly.
Where do I go? Like there?
I don't know. Just do whatever
I think
and
it's like this.
wing it.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
go in. Nobody move.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
I actually hate you. This is supposed to be a nice family bonding moment.
It's soliding. What are you doing?
soliding.
Don't move.
It is soliding. Just chill.
My arm is so sore, bro.
Deja, shut your pie hole. I can feel it getting harder.
That's what
She said.
Oh, I don't know how that's gonna look.
Oh, that looks like a penis.
A big clump. I think it's ready. Tip it up like a sandcastle.
Okay, go. Oh wait, because you can.
The hand and a finger. Oh, I broke my nail.
It's okay. It's just a nail, Mom.
Hey, this is the final look. It's kind of creepy. Tisha's hand. This is Deja's hand, so you can see the nails have broken. I'm thinking I'm just gonna buy fake nails and glue them on. Let's do a Mother's Day haul. Gosh, I don't think I've ever done a present haul before. This is so fun. I got 4 cards, 2 from my kids, 1 from Jonathan and 1 from Tisha's boyfriend. Very sweet. Everyone got me these yummy little chocolates. I'm gonna eat them all tonight. They look so pretty. Got my Digimics for my camera, which is exciting. Could be a millionaire after these scratchies. We shall see. Gorgeous flowers from my husband. Also got this teddy bear flower. Isn't it so cute? Deja made me flowers. She was in her room yesterday for hours and hours, and I kept like knocking on the door going, what are you doing in there? She's like, don't come in. She was making me flowers. Flowers out of pipe cleaners. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. My family's cooking me breakfast at the moment, so I thought let's do a little get ready with me about things I wish I did differently as a mum. So you guys know I became a mum at 17. Obviously, I was very scared. I had no idea what to do or what to expect. Anyways, when I was pregnant, I found this book and it was about how to get your baby to sleep through the night. It's such an old school book, but it was basically a cry it out method. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the exact formula, but basically it was like feed your baby, burp your baby, change your baby, play with your baby, and then set her down and let her cry until she falls asleep. Mums that I knew always spoke about how their baby slept through the night. So I was like, I need to make sure my baby can sleep through the night. I followed that schedule for about 2 weeks before I broke, and I felt like such a failure. The only way I could get Tisha to sleep is by rocking her to sleep. She eventually did teach herself how to fall asleep, but I wish I wasn't so hard on myself. One thing I regret with Deja is not introducing her to childcare sooner. I returned to work when Deja was about 18 months old. I put her into childcare and she literally lost her voice because she cried the whole day. She had bad separation anxiety. So I wish I put her in earlier, even if it was just like 1 day a week, just to give me a little bit of a break. Another one was not comparing myself to other mums. I always felt like everyone's kids were like progressing more than mine in terms of like toilet training, walking, all that sort of stuff. And I always felt like it was my fault. I think I was just a little too harsh on myself. I think the judgment of other mums just really affected me. And I still get judgment to this day, like I shouldn't be friends with my kids, Deja shouldn't be homeschooled, I shouldn't be moving overseas. And people's comments do affect me, but I don't let them control me. Because if there's one thing I've learned, you've got to listen to your heart and your gut because mum knows best. Anyways, let's go see what I got for Mother's Day. Deja hit 4 million followers, and to celebrate, I was like, girl, you can spend $400 on whatever you want, but nothing could prepare me for what she actually got. But first, we made a special announcement for the Basically Besties podcast. Deja is going to be the 3rd co-host. Did you guys listen to the last episode? She's getting so much more confident. Do you guys love your job? Like, really love it? Be honest, because every job I've had, except for this one, I've hated. But I work from home most of the time now, unless I'm filming content for Collade. I come in about once a week because we batch record, but it's going to be weird not being able to do that anymore. It does help knowing I have a great team behind me though, even though Jackson needs to have a nap every 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, you guys, I went to get my nails done and I'm actually regretting them. So I have these Coachella nails that have lasted forever, and then I got these cockroach nails. Look at that nail, it looks like cockroach eyes. I can't tell Deja that because she'll never unsee it. It's her biggest fear. But while I was getting my nails done, Jackson and Deja went to get a Labubu. They lined up for ages, and when they got to the front, they ended up getting the last Labubus. I was like, girl, you are so lucky. Okay, what do you want to do with your $400? And she's like, actually, I don't want to get anything for myself. I want to get something for my followers. She literally got a designer bag for one of you guys. I can't wait to see who gets it. Okay, bye. Every single Smartie on here is worth $10, but one of them is poisonous.
Okay.
You can eat as many Smarties as you want and stop at any time. And if you eat the poisonous one, you lose everything.
Okay. Is it the green one?
I haven't pointed it. I'm going to point to it.
You did it?
Did you look at it?
I swear I didn't.
Did you?
I swear on my life I didn't see it.
Okay. Alright. As soon as you pick it up too, that's it. So you got $10.
What was it?
$20.
What was it?
$30. $40.
It's the green one, isn't it?
I can't say anything. $50. Damn it!
Wait, no, I'll keep going. Can I put yours in?
No. $60. Did you cheat?
I didn't.
$70. $80.
I'm scared. Can I take 80?
But you could take 100. 90. What the hell? Are you gonna risk it or take 90? You lost it! Someone said something about me and I can't unsee it and I'm crashing out, you guys. I don't know if you guys remember my Coachella nails, but one of them was brown and it had like gold little dots on it and I was obsessed. So I thought it would be a great idea to get a brown set of nails. I got cockroach nails. My biggest fear is cockroaches. That in itself is a cockroach color. Does that look like a cockroach wing? Especially freaks me out because it's giving cockroach eyes. Freaking hate cockroaches. Ew, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. That look like cockroach eyes? It does, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? What do I do? These literally cost me $100. Maybe it's all in my head. That's not giving cockroach, is it? Okay, we're gonna try and make a Vietnamese breakfast pizza. I've never made this before, but it better work because I'm hungry. So basically you place the rice paper on your pan. Need some chili oil. Just gonna spread that around. Crack an egg in there. Whisk it around. And we just wait for the egg to cook. Even though it's literally not touching the pan. Wait, maybe I needed a bigger pan. Wait, the egg is cooking. You get some coriander. I don't know why some people hate coriander. It's the best herb ever. You flip it in half. I think I did it. That was so easy. Hey, that was so freaking easy to cook. Look at it. It's like a burrito. I'm gonna cut it like a pizza. Oh, do you hear that? Okay, let's give this a go. That is my new breakfast. I'm gonna make another one. We've officially sold all of our cars. This is kind of embarrassing to admit, but I'm kind of sad. Is that normal? I'm sad about the Tesla, not the 2 other cars. When Tisha was like 2 years old, I couldn't afford a car, so I ended up buying a mountain bike. I had this baby seat attached to it, and we would ride to her childcare every single day, and then I would catch a bus to work. It took me ages to buy my first secondhand car. Literally like $2,000. It was the worst thing ever. So I went from a bike, secondhand cars, and then 20 years later, I bought my Tesla. When I bought it, I was so proud of myself. Now just 2 years later, I'm selling it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I've worked so hard for this and I'm just giving it away. I've got butterflies in my stomach because I'm scared of what's going to happen when we get to America. We don't even know if we can get a car because we have no American credit history. We are able to get a loan. We're probably not going to go a Tesla again. They're a great car, but Americans are very political and Aussies, not so much. I don't fully understand why people don't like it if you drive a Tesla, but I'm sure I'm going to learn along the way. But as if I'm going to move to America, buy a Tesla and have everyone hate me. Trying to make friends, not make enemies. It's really scary making these big decisions, but I hope I can look back on these videos one day and feel proud. Fingers crossed. Have you ever just wanted to start again, sell everything you own and go experience a new life? Well, we're doing that, right? But everyone seems to think we're making the biggest mistake of our lives. And if I'm being honest, all this negativity is starting to scare me. Like one comment I get, but thousands and thousands, it's really making me feel like I'm making a big mistake. Also, I bought this random colander scoop strainer thingy from Amazon and it's the best thing for cooking poached eggs. Look at these 2 little salmonellas, delicious. Anyways, Deja is back in her Roblox and My Little Pony era. She's living her best life. Meanwhile, all these negative comments has pushed me into making the worst decision, which is really going to make our lives a lot more difficult now. See, we have to sell our Tesla. We're driving the mechanic's car at the moment, but everyone has been warning us, saying it's such a bad time to sell Teslas. No one's going to buy it. It's going to be up there for ages. There's so much competition because everyone's trying to get rid of their Teslas at the moment. So we thought, let's make it perfect. We got it polished, detailed. It was looking so clean, like better than when we first bought it. We went back home, put the car up for sale, went out to dinner, and of course it started raining after we just detailed the car. But guys, we sold the car within 6 hours, which is great. However, now we don't have a car. But hey, this just goes to show maybe all the negative comments aren't right and maybe moving is a good decision. I guess we'll find out soon. Okay, bye. We're leaving Australia, and of course I'm going to miss it, but there are parts of it I can't wait to leave behind. So over the next few weeks, we're going to start getting rid of everything, and we're starting today. Also, hack, run your boiled egg under cold water, and the shell comes off so quickly. Look! This is my go-to breakfast at the moment. It's got smoked salmon, cottage cheese, and eggs. Also, does anyone find it a waste of time washing their bread knife? I cut one bagel. That can't be dirty, right? I probably wash it like once a week, which is more than I wash my car, though. This is mine and Tisha's old car, and we were supposed to sell them like months and months ago, but they've literally just been been sitting here collecting cobwebs. And that is one thing I cannot wait to leave behind, spiders and snakes. I literally thought there was a snake in here, so I made Jonathan check for me. Thankfully, there was nothing in there, but we do have a problem. So the average selling time for a car in our area is 45 days. We don't have that kind of time. So we were like, you know what, let's just sell it for a really good price. And hopefully that can help someone, but it'll also help us by getting rid of it quickly. And guys, we literally put the ad up, and after getting back from voting, both cars had sold. Now we just have to sell the Tesla. Hopefully the same thing happens again. Bye. She's back in her gaming era, obviously, and we're gonna make her an easy Italian pasta. I had these Italian sausages in my fridge, so I was like, let's turn it into a pasta. The first step is we're going to cook the pasta, and it's curly. Then we're gonna chop up our brown onion. You've left your dungeon. I love you. I'm hungry. Okay, and I'm literally cooking you food. Now for the sausage, think of your ex and cut off the tip, and then you pinch and squeeze, and you end up with these little meatballs. Now, if you're a busy and lazy mum like me, you're not gonna wanna sit here and individually cut your cherry tomatoes, so I'm gonna show you a hack. Lay out all your cherry tomatoes, get a plate, place a little bit of pressure, and then slice your tomatoes. Look at that. All perfectly cut in half. Add some olive oil. Once the pan is smoking like that, you add the balls. Because you waited for it to smoke, it's not going to stick to the pan. Add the onion, garlic, and stir that up. Then once the onions are soft, we're going to add the cherry tomatoes, tomato paste, add some reserved pasta water, some salt, pepper. We're also going to add some cooking cream. Shut up. While that comes to a simmer, we're going to chop up some parsley. Do you know what I'm really excited for, guys, when I move overseas? Grocery shopping. Kind of a weird thing to get excited about, but that's me. Okay, we're going to add the parsley, chili flakes, and then the pasta. No wonder why Jonathan married me. Look at that. Here. So good. There's a few people asking what we're going to be doing with our house, our belongings, and what we're going to be doing with our doggy Dream. When we first moved into this house, we decided that we were never going to sell it. We bought it about 8 years ago, and it's right on the water, and we got it for a really good price. And it's literally 5 minutes away from the best beach on the Gold Coast. And even though we're moving overseas to America now, that is still the case. We're never selling this home. But everything else is going. We're only selling 3 things though. That is my old car, Tisha's old car, and my Tesla. The rest of my stuff is getting donated. So there's this charity in Queensland that collects furniture for women who have gone through DV, and they set up houses for them. My cousins are also taking some furniture. This house is gonna be empty in like 3 weeks time. Well, that's the plan anyway. The only thing we're taking to America are 3 big boxes that are going to get shipped over there and 2 suitcases each. We also don't have a house when we get to America. Basically, the plan is we're going to move to America and then stay in an Airbnb for 2 weeks. Hoping this will give us enough time to find a place. I'm not quite sure though. I've obviously never rented a place in America, so Americans tell me, is that enough time to find a new place? Now, Dream. So Dream won't be coming with us initially. It'd just be unfair for her being stuck in an Airbnb all day while we go look at properties. But once we have a house, she will be on the next flight over. One thing I do want to ask the Americans, so we had a look at some places on Zillow. Some of the requirements are dogs allowed, no aggressive breeds. We inquired about one and they asked us what breed Dream was, and we were like, oh, she's a Staffy. And they're like, oh no, sorry, those dogs aren't allowed. If anyone owns a Staffy, you would know they are the least aggressive dogs out there. She's an English Staffordshire Bull Terrier, so not an American Staffy. Anyways, let me know how strict people are about that policy or how I can get around it, because Dream is the most chill dog ever. I mean, she's basically blind. She's got one eye. If everyone around you told you that you were making the biggest mistake of your life, would you believe them? Because call me stubborn, but I hate being told what to do. Now I know how Deja feels. When she wanted to start Sunny Day, we actually said no. We were so scared about what people would say. You know, she's too young, it'll never work. But Deja just kept on asking, so we finally said yes. Now look at her, but the more that she shines, the more people hate. There's a lot of people saying that Deja's really mean. So when we did this video for Sunny Day, the ball hits me in the head. Guys, we did that on purpose. Jackson thought it would be funny and honestly, it kind of was. Deja was the one who didn't want to do it. And have you guys noticed that Deja's been wearing her hair out more fluffier? People don't like that either. If only you guys knew how long it took her to love her natural curls, you would know how cruel that is. Just don't comment on people's looks. It's giving Anna. And the laughing, you can't be serious. Have you ever laughed so much that your stomach hurts, or it hurts to smile because you've laughed so much? Do you guys know how funny I am? Okay, maybe it's Jackson that's funny, but imagine being around us for 5 hours and all we do is laugh. I've been trying to stay strong for Deja, but I'm not gonna lie, after announcing our move to America, it hasn't been easy. 90% of the comments are waiting for my downfall, which is scary, but people don't realize it's not like I made this decision overnight. We hired 3 new team members to keep things running here at Kalade, and let me just say, we have been so lucky. We hit the jackpot early with Jackson. He brings the best vibes, but who else would want to work for a company that literally makes them wear ugly clothes and do the ice bucket challenge? So I was like, I need to take these guys out for dinner and spoil them, so I took them to my favorite Italian restaurant because I could technically sit there and read negative comments about me and how I'm ruining my life, or I could just follow my heart. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I can always come back home, right? A lot of people asking about Kalade and Sunny Day. I'm going to break this down for you so it's easy to understand. Our warehouse is staying in Australia. Our staff are all Australian. We have a chemist in Sydney who helps formulate our products. Our products are also manufactured in Sydney, and we pay the Australian taxman. Just because we're moving doesn't mean we're not Australian. We still have Australian passports. We're moving for 2 years. Think of it like a big holiday. Like, say you went to Japan, would you automatically become Japanese? No. Isha's going to be helping the warehouse staff, and we'll still be overseeing things. This isn't 1972. There's a thing called Wi-Fi. The only thing that's really going to change is basically besties, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we have planned for you. We're moving to America. Oh my goodness, I'm so scared about telling you. A few of you have worked out where we're moving to and you're not happy. And I get it. Australia is a beautiful country. We have free healthcare, the best beaches. We have amazing people that live here. And if I'm being completely honest, there's a huge part of me that doesn't want to go, but there's also a part of me that's feeling curious. I don't want to get to the end of my life and think, what if I did this? Or what if I said yes to that? What would my life look like? I don't want to have any regret. I want to make sure that I've done everything in my power to live a good life. Anyways, we've had some opportunities come up in America and we're gonna give it a go. And yeah, I'm scared. I've got to make new friends. I've got to make new connections. Like, I don't know anyone in America. I don't even know if they're gonna like me. I know there's gonna be a lot of questions and concerns, and I'm gonna try and answer as many as your questions over the next 30 days before we leave. I also don't want you guys to think that I'm leaving you for good. Like, my daughter is still gonna be here. My businesses are still going to be here. Really hope you guys understand, because if I'm being honest, I need all the support I can get because this is scary. Do you think spoiling your kids is bad? I couldn't spoil Tisha. I was a teen mum just trying to get by, but life's a little different now, and Deja is definitely spoiled. But there are rules in my house, rules she doesn't always like, and trust me, she was not impressed with the new rule I dropped on her today. So even though life looks a little different for us today, I'm always looking at ways to save, because more money for me means more fun for my family. I try to cook at home instead of Uber Eats. I got solar panels. Oh my God, this thing has saved me thousands of dollars, especially because I have an electric car. I haven't paid for fuel in over a year, and my electricity bill is so much lower than what it was before. Since Cyclone Alfred, it's really made me think about climate change and how things are only going to get worse in the future unless we do something about it. And I do all the little things too, like hang the washing instead of using the dryer. I switch off the light switch and the aircon if I'm not in the room. And guess what Deja did today? She left it on. So I was like, girl, leave the aircon on again and you owe me $5. I have never seen her turn that thing off so quickly. She might be spoiled, but she loves saving money just like her mum. You know those days where everything just keeps going wrong? Yeah, well, that was me today. So we're flying back home after our interview and I'm so stressed. Life just feels so overwhelming with all the travel and trying to juggle our businesses while being away all the time. Thank God we can run our businesses online. Deja's also been really busy with Sunny Day too. That's why we're on separate flights today. Jonathan is going to a meeting with her because I've just been so busy. Anyways, after I landed, I jumped in an Uber, and 5 minutes away from home, I realized I drove to the airport yesterday and I didn't even need an Uber. Are you kidding me? I was so embarrassed. Then Deja messaged me saying she was on her way home, but she was starting to feel sick, and it just feels like it's one thing after another. I told her, I was like, it's because you did the ice bucket challenge, and she's like, no, Mum, I'm just exhausted. We've been non-stop. And I just felt so guilty. I've been so focused on how I've been feeling, I completely forgot to think about how she would be coping with everything too. Life isn't slowing down anytime soon, but today reminded me to pause for the simple things because those are what really matter. So instead of doing work for the rest of the day, I made Deja's favorite meal. Then as soon as she got home, we watched her favorite movie and she fell asleep in my bed. Does anyone else need their mum more when they're sick? I swear it doesn't matter how old you are, Mum. Have you heard of that dog jaw thing?
The what?
The dog jaw?
No. The dog door.
Dog jaw.
No, that's what I said. I just have a list right now.
Oh, okay. Because I think I have it.
What is that?
It's like a little bump
Jaw.
kind of thing here. Feel it? My amazing daughter Deja nominated me for the USC Ice Bucket Challenge, which is to help raise awareness for mental health. And today I'm going to nominate Angelo, Lexi, and the Kalade staff. Oh my gosh, are you going to help me do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ready?
Yes, I'm
You wanna
ready.
do it again?
Just hurry up, just do it. God! I look emo. We just landed back in Australia and we're already repacking for an interview that could change our lives forever. And honestly, I'm scared I might be making a huge mistake. First stop though, we had to order Deja's new retainers because of course she lost them on the last day of our holidays. Then I checked in with our team. We've got 2 new girls working for us, Ella and Ashlyn. You'll see them more on our Kalade page. They're the sweetest. It's starting to get really busy now with the Sunny Day towels launching on Tuesday and we're still doing so much travel, so we need all the help that we can get. It makes me so happy that everyone we've employed so far has been following our family for so long. It really does feel like I'm taking you all on this wild ride with me. Anyways, we went to go take some photos. They're passport photos because the interview we're having in Sydney is the last thing we need to do before we get final approval to move overseas. Oh my god, ShamWow. Do you know when Deja was in my belly, I wanted to call her Chamonix and Jonathan was like, no, people would call her Shammy. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So we went with Deja instead. Anyways, we got on our flight and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really scared. Life here in Australia is so good, but what if I'm playing it too safe? What if there's more out there? Or what if we move over and everything goes wrong? Our interview is first thing tomorrow morning. I don't know what's gonna happen, but if we get a yes, you'll be the first to know. Okay, bye.
Don't be a dummy. Come with Mommy. Mother.
No.
No. Oh. I see how it is. Rapunzel knows best. Fine, if you're so sure now. Go ahead, then give him this. How did you? This is why he's here.
Our day started normal, but it ended in one of the worst fights me and Deja have ever had. It's our last day in America. I'm feeling sad because I don't want the holiday to end. Deja is so freaking excited because it's actually going to be her first time flying business today. So she packed so fast to get out of that hotel, and I was like, are you sure you packed everything? She's like, yes, Mom. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I travel, I love to get people that I love who are back home little gifts, and I was like, well, I've got to get you guys something. I got you guys some American lollies to throw into your orders this week. Also, did you know that Americans have to pay for their fuel before they put it into their car? I still don't fully get it because what if you only needed $45 worth of fuel but you paid for $50? Like, do you get that $5 back? Also, if you see any money on the ground, I don't care if it's 1 cent, 5 cent or whatever, pick it up and say, I'm a money magnet. That's how you manifest more money into your life because you're sending out messages to the universe that you're a money magnet. Oh my God, is that a bin chicken? I thought they only existed in Australia. Okay, now this is where the tension started happening. So our flight leaves at 11:30 p.m. tonight. I wanted to leave early because LA traffic is just crazy, but Deja was begging us to eat out because they had so much yummy food there. I tried to convince her to eat something healthy because I was like, I'm gaining weight. And she's like, no, you're fine. So I gave in and I was like, okay, whatever, but we have to be at the airport by 8 p.m. sharp. So everything's tracking fine. They gave us the bill. They gave us these lollipops at the end as well. And Jonathan's showing me how he eats lollipops. He literally just crushes it with his teeth. And then I turn around and look at Deja and she's like, oh, teeth! Mum, don't get mad, but I left my retainer at the hotel. So we drive all the way back to the hotel to see if they've found her retainer. Meanwhile, I'm yelling at her because this wouldn't have happened if she wasn't in such a rush this morning. And guess what? They couldn't find her retainer. And so now we have to get a new retainer, which is $400, and this wouldn't be a big issue if it wasn't the second time that she's done this. We get to the airport 20 minutes late. Then I have to put the snacks that I bought earlier this morning into my suitcase before I check it in. And I'm literally about to lose it. And I look at Deja and she's like, I'm sorry, Mum. Obviously, I couldn't stay mad at her, but I made her pinky promise that she would never do it again. And then she was instantly happy again and excited for her business trip. But honestly, that excitement maybe lasted about 20 minutes because before you know it, she was laying down flat and slept the entire flight again. I caught 2 men on camera stealing from children today. You see some crazy stuff in LA. Like they have self-driving cars, so that car has no human in it. It's driving around by itself. They have robots that deliver your food. And speaking about food, they have every single fast food chain you can think of at every single corner. Also, look what I found. I found my old nail. Jonathan was so annoyed. Deja said her chicken wasn't tasting good today, so I was like, oh, what if we put the nail in there and say that someone left their nail in there and get our money back? I'm kidding. I would never do that. I believe in karma, especially after today. So we went to downtown Santa Monica to go shopping and they had all these games set up. They had big chess pieces and these wobbly chairs you could sit on, and there were kids everywhere just having such a good time. There was no one looking after these games. It was kind of just in the middle of the strip. So we kept passing everyone playing on these games. We went into the shops to go shopping. We went and got some dessert, and the next thing you know, we hear people screaming. We run out to see what's happening, and there's 2 guys that have taken the toys from them. Why would they do that? I was going to say something, but Karma looked after it for me. Okay, bye. What kind of girl are you when it comes to first dates? Are you expensive or cheap? I feel like Deja's almost at that age where dating is just around the corner, and I thought I knew exactly what kind of date she'd love, but turns out I was way off. So I took her to one of the fanciest restaurants in LA thinking she would love it, but I've never been so embarrassed in my life. We just can't be posh. She literally ate my honey stick, which is supposed to sweeten my coffee. Jonathan ordered 3 breakfasts. Then I couldn't cut my bacon because American bacon is so crispy. It's literally amazing, so I had to use my hands to eat it, and I found this little Tabasco sauce bottle and I was like, you're coming home with me. Okay, so that was the first fail, but I honestly don't see her liking a cheap date too. Also, can an American tell me, did these lights mean go or slow down or what? I went to a fast food restaurant, and honestly, this just gave me flashbacks to when a guy asked me on a date, took me to a fast food restaurant, and then pretended to forget his wallet. I get it though, some people might be on a budget, but at least take your girl out for some dessert if you're going to take her to a cheap place. Oh my god, squirrels! You know we don't have them in Australia. Anyways, I asked Asia, I was like, what do you prefer, expensive or cheap dates? She just looked at me and she's like, Mum, the only dates I'm interested in going on right now are dates with my friends and having fun. And honestly, that just made me feel so much better. Boys are just drama anyways. Okay, bye! Would you let your teenager meet with someone that they've only spoken to online? Because Deja did just that today, and I was more nervous about it than she was. So first, our day actually started with an interview for famous birthdays. They play this game. I don't know if you've seen it before, but you have to guess who the influencer is just from like a zoomed in picture. Girl, I was so bad. I think I got like 5 right. I'm so embarrassed for my life. If you see that interview, please don't tease me. Also, someone from America, please tell me, how do you eat healthy without spending a fortune? Girl, I don't know how you guys do it because I went to Air One and literally one of these fruit containers was like $10. I swear though, some Americans be rich. Like, how do you have a house this big? And look how many mansions are along this road. What the hell? Also, someone explained there are no traffic lights at this intersection and only stop signs. Who goes first? We kind of just wing it. Oh, and we met up with some friends. Actually, now that I think about it, I met all these guys online and they're not weird. I mean, some of them are weird. I'm kidding. But I'm not worried about Deja meeting up with a friend because I think she's going to be weird. I'm nervous because we're going to an American shopping center. I don't know my surroundings, and it's scary letting your teen wander around in a country that you're not from. But thankfully, everything went well, and Deja and Salish had the best time shopping. Okay, bye! We were asked to leave a restaurant today, so we said bye to Tisha and her boyfriend. They're off to San Francisco, and the first stop we needed to make was the chemist. Is Coachella fever a thing? Because I have it. I can still smell this lift smells like wee, but I have a tickly throat. I think it's from all the dust at Coachella or maybe all the bad food. Anyways, Deja wanted to go to the Grove to meet up with her LA friends, and I was like, well, while she's here, let's get some healthy food. We have been eating so much junk food while we've been here in America, so as soon as I found this little gem, I was like, we have to try it. While I'm eating, this girl comes up to me and she's like, Kat, can I get a photo? And I was like, absolutely. And about 5 minutes later, word must have started spreading because it was like a full-blown meet and greet. I love meeting you guys. It was so much fun. But there was this lady there staring at me and she comes up and she's like, excuse me, can you do this somewhere else? It's very disruptive. And I was so embarrassed. Jonathan and I literally ate our dessert in the car park. Now, I thought I escaped this woman. I did a little shopping. I step outside. The same thing is happening for Deja. People are lining up to take photos with her and her friends. Then I see the same lady staring at Deja, just shaking her head. Why are you so mad, girl? Just let people have a little fun and goodbye. Do you know one of the hardest things I had to go through as a parent was when my daughter introduced me to her first boyfriend. This isn't Tisha's first boyfriend, but I remember when Tisha introduced me to her first ever boyfriend, so much of me wanted to lecture her about making the right decision. But then I would remember when I was a teen and my parents would do the same thing, it only drove me closer to that douchebag boyfriend and further away from my parents. So I literally had to sit there and bite my tongue. Then I had to watch my daughter go through her first ever breakup, and that was another hard thing to go through as a parent. Do you remember your first breakup? Mine was the worst, and I can't believe I have to watch Deja go through that too. I still have time though. Like, Deja is more interested in shopping and going on rides and theme parks. We went to Santa Monica today, and did you know that you can go on this roller coaster twice in a row? They should do that at all theme parks because that's all I needed, but everyone else wanted to go on another one, and look how sweet Tisha's boyfriend is. I will say that is one of the most rewarding feelings to watch, seeing your daughter finally learn her worth and find someone that treats her right. And not only that, but someone she can be truly herself with. Like, literally look at her. She's pretending to pass out on this ride. That's a red flag for me. If you're not acting like yourself, that is not the right person for you. But if you're comfortable being yourself, that is the right person for you. Also, you like Deja and can never find your name on one of these things. Tisha found her name, but it was spelt wrong. Oh my God, and then we saw something in the water. We thought it was a dolphin, but its fin looked kind of weird. We're only here for 5 more days, so we're trying to get as much bad food into our system before we get back home. Can you guys guess what song Deja is singing here? I'll give you a clue. It's from Taylor Swift. Anyways, we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and they don't actually sell cheesecakes here. It's normal food, but everything is oversized. I got like a chicken wrap. Girl, I could only get ready with me for an interview. We're in LA at the moment. We just got back from Coachella. So much fun, but it is so exhausting, especially if you're doing Coachella properly and you're not just there for photos. We were going from stage to stage to stage, 20,000 steps a day. Literally got 2 blisters. Can you guys see? The day after Coachella ended, there was an earthquake. I've never been in an earthquake before, so I was freaking out.
We love a calm queen.
Tisha was calm. Me freaking out was freaking Deja out. I think me being a drama queen has actually created fears within Deja and Tish. One of my fears is bugs. No matter what it is, like any sort of creepy crawly, I freak out. So whenever my kids see a creepy crawly, they freak out too. Once I realized I was passing down these fears to my kids, I was really conscious about how I would act, especially on the plane. I have a huge fear of flying too. I'm just a really anxious girl, but I don't think I've passed on my fear of flying to my girls, which is good. Ooh, it's getting hot. It took us 5 hours to get from Coachella to LA. As we got here, we went down to Santa Monica Pier. We ended up going on that roller coaster. What's the roller coaster called?
The West Coaster.
Anyways, after this interview, we're going to do a little bit of shopping, and of course, I'm going to take you guys with us. We're leaving Coachella, and there was literally an earthquake. What the hell? The floor started shaking, and I got this alert on my watch. The pool was shaking. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of a little bit wavy still. I've literally never been in an earthquake before. That was freaky. Did that freak you out?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I thought it was the garage.
Yeah, same. I thought it was the garage opening.
Oh, don't act like that next time.
Okay, but our first ever earthquake, I was like, oh my God.
Did you expect anything less from your mother, Deja? I was outside, I'm like, I know Kat's freaking out.
All right, we're all packed and ready to go. Weren't you scared? No. Deja's right in the backpack with all of the luggages.
Come on.
What? You are.
You have to rub it in my face that you're in the front.
Hi, Deja.
and water and stuff.
We had a big car.
This is a big car.
This ain't no big car.
Okay, 3 hours to LA and the traffic begins. Quick break, we're getting some in and out. I'm tired. I don't even care, I'm wearing my slippers. Drive-through staff have such cool uniforms. How was it back there, Dej?
I don't know, I need a piss.
Ah, it's heaven. Do you like onions on that? Yes, please. They have a sauce station. They've got chilies, tomato sauce. How hot are these chilies? That is hot. His boyfriend is going to ask for an In-N-Out hat. He's secured the Google. Jonathan's going to be so embarrassed with this. Babe.
Oh, yes.
I'm trying to be healthy and I got my burger in a lettuce bun. Look at Tisha's animal fries. I gotta try one.
What if we like every...
Okay, we have like an hour to go. Los Angeles. It only took us 5 hours. It was supposed to take us 3. Yep, we're definitely in LA. All the cops are out. Today we're going to style Tisha's hair with this, with a few bubble braids as well. Go to the toilets your last night.
Yes, it was highly traumatizing. The weather's like so hot this weekend, and then on Monday it goes down.
Well, it's not supposed to actually be this hot.
The government.
The government.
They put something in the sun.
So how does it feel doing a hard launch?
I knew you were gonna.
So, answer the question.
It was scary.
Why?
It was scary because you just don't know what people are gonna say.
I love that everyone thinks it's Steph.
I know.
I didn't bring my white pants, but...
Oh, speak of the devil. We're talking about you. Oh.
I'm gonna leave.
No. We're only saying good things. You can stay. This is the final look. We're kind of matching with the bubbles. Love, you're so beautiful. Okay, my annoying children are going to rate my White Fox outfits. So this is the first one.
I like this outfit.
8?
Yeah, I'll
8
give it
as
8.
in 8 or 8?
8 as
8.
number 8. As in 4 plus 4 is 8.
Period. This is the second one.
What shoes are you wearing?
Oh, well, I had to go
7.
for comfort with the shoes.
I'll go 6, 7. I'll go 7. It's a bit basic,
Yeah, it's
but
kinda
I like the
basic.
hood. It's cute.
Okay. Dad said I looked like a Jedi.
Yeah, you kind of do.
This last one I feel like is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
10.
really cute.
Really? A 10?
That's a 10.
Oh my
Definitely.
gosh.
Bringing you back to your goth era, and yeah, love that set.
No one knows about my goth era, but yeah, I love it. The last day of Coachella and I have 2 outfit options. This is option number 1.
Ooh, I like that.
You like it?
Mm.
These boots.
Mm-hmm.
Or option number 2, because I really want to wear these
Actually,
fishnets.
wear that.
This?
Yeah. Stop pulling it down like that, though, because then it looks worse.
Like this?
Yeah. We need to give it some shape, boy. Coachella, not church.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can wear this. Can I even get away with this?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you lying?
No.
I can do this?
Yeah. You're back in your goth era.
And then how do I dress it up? Like, what jewelry do I wear?
Whose is this?
That's
Mine,
mine.
is it?
Yeah. Can we focus on me?
I have heaps of jewelry.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, she's giving me some jewelry. This looks fun. Look at me in my arm cuffs. And she's giving me this choker. Do you think this is enough jewelry or more?
More.
I got this bracelet. Ooh, this is cute. Okay. Is it too much if I put another arm cuff on? I feel like this is so fun. That would probably fit around my neck. Look. Okay. 2 high pigtails.
You look like Sailor Moon.
That's the best compliment ever. Okay, so this is a yes?
But like that and make this like a braid.
Like
And
bubble
put
braid.
the gold
Yeah,
things
yeah,
in.
yeah. The question is, should I add these little charms to my bubble braids? Yeah, I think that looks cute. Bubble braids are so easy to do. You basically just grab your little elastic and then you pull the hair up. I feel like an anime character. Get ready with me for the last day of Coachella. So yesterday we saw T-Pain and Charlie XCX. Charlie was amazing. She brought out Lorde, Troye Sivan, and Billie Eilish. Before Charlie came out, I also saw Alex Earl. I was on someone's shoulders and oh my god, she is so stunning in person. Apparently Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet were in front of us as well, but I didn't see them and I'm like, damn it! We caught a little bit of Green Day, but then left straight after that. And guys, we walked home this time and it was so much easier. When we got to the gated community, there was a guy there in a golf buggy and he's like, do you want a lift? And we were like, yes. We got in the golf buggy and he literally took us all the way back to our house. As we get home, and the whole day I haven't been feeling the best. I had like a bad headache and my stomach cramps were really bad and I thought it was just from all the tacos I was eating. Turns out it's not the tacos, I actually got my period. Anyway, I sent Jonathan to the chemist to get me some tampons and they don't have normal tampons here. So they only have the ones that are like push pops. Hang on, let me show you. I don't even know if I know how to use these things. So weird, it doesn't even go all the way up. I'm confused. Pull to click. And that's how you do it. This is what they look like in Australia. We don't have these little contraptions. There are some, but they're very hard to find. Usually they come like this. Anyways, today we're only seeing 2 people as well. So Deja wants to see Bee Boo Da or something. Then we're gonna go see Megan, and I am praying that Cardi B comes out. Cardi B is like my all-time favorite artist. And if she plays WAP, I'm done. I'm gonna do the eyeliner off camera because it's too much pressure. I'm gonna get changed and do my hair in the next video. Get ready with me for day 2 of Coachella. I have this cute little dress from White Fox, and then obviously my Kim K BBL. So this is TMI, but I just found out there's a hole there. Really convenient. Although I'm gonna be honest, I avoid the Coachella toilets at all costs. This belt, cute. Deja's wearing the boots that I wanted to wear with this dress. So now I'm thinking these white boots. How do I look?
You look amazing.
Do I?
Yeah, you look like a Jedi.
Oh, that's not the look I'm going
Looks
for.
like a half Jedi, half cowboy.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? I'm confused by this statement, babe.
I love it, Bub. It looks good.
I'm also wearing this bag. I'm gonna wear this bracelet with the cowboy charms. You want this bag? You've already taken my boots. You're already copying the same belt that I'm wearing.
I literally wore this first.
No, Deja, I'm wearing the bag. Oh, fine, you wear the bag. Here.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me, do I wear this low?
Yes.
I do? Should I wear sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the fit. What do you guys think?